Oh, what's up, everybody? Good morning.
Good evening, everyone.
It's your man Jeremy Johnson, and you already know.
And your girl, Shanell.
Yes. And we are back with y'all. We're right back for another episode of Cocktails and Conversation. We're going to give y'all a hot little minute to come on in. Let y'all jam to this right quick.
Get a little something to wet your throat.
What are they supposed to have?
A little something to wet their throat, whatever that shall be.
That's right. Go ahead and get your drink and vibe out real quick.
Fancy cars, nice hotels. What the hell does it all mean? If you ain't got nobody special just to share your dreams with, all the money in the world can't buy the hurt, can't feel the pain.
Life is much more than some pimp game.
All the money in the world, all the money can't buy the pain, can't feel the hurt. Life is much more than some pimp game. My soulmate, I'm waiting for you to come up. I'm restless and I'm breathless all because you here. My soulmate, please don't forsake me and make me wait. I need you, got to have you or I will always say.
I need you. I need you. Chanel, talk to the people a little bit.
First and foremost, I want to start off this evening in the right way. I'm going to say good evening once again, everyone, and welcome to the show, Cocktails and Conversation. I want to give a big happy birthday shout out to Preston Rooks. Today is he celebrating a birthday. Also, we had a giveaway for our reaching 150 members, and the reason I was kind of thrown off about the numbers is because we surpassed that even now today. So we had a giveaway, and the winner was Lisa Lawson. So congratulations once again, Lisa. Super excited for you. That t-shirt will be on the way, the Cocktails and Conversation t-shirt, and not everyone has one of those. So if you don't have one, get one.
That's right. I don't know what y'all waiting on, but it's all good. It is all good. I hope you guys are. Chanel, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Very good. I know it looks like I'm doing something because I am. And that's, I'm always doing something. And that's the way life should be. I think we should always be doing something. I've heard people say throughout this epidemic, I'm so bored. Ain't nothing to do. And I'm like, what? Nothing to do? There's always something to do. So I know my eyes look a little retarded probably in the screen, but I promise y'all, I see y'all, I feel y'all, I feel your energy. I love your energy, and I'm just happy to have you guys here. Who's saying hello to us? Who? What up, Mr. Heath Hamilton?
Heath Hamilton.
Good morning, King.
Michelle Jenkins.
Hello, beautiful Michelle.
And Otto.
What's up, Otto? That's Mr. Smiles. I got a nickname for everybody. That's Mr. Smiles. Hey, Mr. Otto. Good morning. Guys, once again, we're asking y'all to share the video. Go ahead and tag somebody that you think is interested in tonight's show. Share, sharing is caring. Get your drink in your hand. Hey, birthday guy. Preston Rooks is on the line. Good morning. Happy birthday, Preston.
And Jeremy, you were saying that it's plenty of things to do, and I had something to do today. So I was all up and through the group looking at all of these amazing conversations going on. And it was just a few people that I really felt like I just wanted to shout out. Is it Chef Chop?
Yes, Chef Chop.
Yes, sure. I saw those plates today and I was super impressed. Definitely need to have him over making dinner for Cocktails and Conversation one night. That was super awesome. Jess Noel, thank you so much for contributing so much to the conversations within the group. Of course, Michelle Grady keeps me laughing with these funny memes. Of course, Jeremy, you are the #1 conversation starter, but sometimes I have to give you the little side eye too.
Yes, she does, y'all. She gives me the side eye. She does. She gives me the side eye, y'all. She keeps me in line. It's like, get in line, black man. And I'm like, okay. I'm like a little puppy. When she's that beautiful, you can't help but say, oh, okay, I'll get in line.
Also, Anthony Cheney just posted such an interesting question on Sunday, and it was very thought-provoking. And that's what this group is really, really about, getting those conversations that we need to have, even something that you're thinking about that's on your heart or your mind, share it with the group and get other people's opinions and perspective.
True. I see Cherie Turner on the line. Hey, Miss Turner, I miss you too. I do. So, guys, tonight what we're talking about, and this is actually, I want to send a shout out to my homegirl. One of our members actually came up with this topic. I used to work with her at Delta, and why is her name escaping me? Don't get me the line, but it'll come back to me. But she came up with she gave us we kind of tweaked it a little bit, but we want you to know that we are listening to you. We've asked that you share with us the things, as Shanell just got through saying, that you are on your mind, the things that you want us to converse about in our weekly talk.
Did she just post? Sheila Jones Gibbs. She said, "Me."
That was it. Exactly. You know what I'm finding out, Shanell? I have to be very careful. I have to remind myself I'm doing a different broadcast at least 3 nights a week. I mean, Wednesday night, I'm doing the Winning Evening News with the most fabulous, amazing news team with Wanda D. Hollis. Definitely shout out to my mentor and coach. And then on Thursday, we're doing this Cocktails and Conversations. And Fridays, I do karaoke live. And what I'm finding is happening is I can't find myself slipping in the characters. And so it's like, you're Jeremy Johnson tonight, Jeremy Johnson. That's Cousin D. That's Curly D. Curly D that keeps trying to flip out. So yeah, I have to bring it.
Shala.
I don't know that I ever knew that when we were working together. I think I would actually call Sheila. But
all right, Lala, I like that.
Lala. So tonight's conversation, guys, is definitely one that's that Lala suggested. And again, we want you to know that if you put it, bring it to us. It might not be next week. It might not be the week after, but we promise you, your thoughts are our thoughts. If it's on your mind, it's on our mind, and we're going to talk about it. So tonight, we are talking about first impressions, opinions,
and perceptions.
Do they matter? A lot of people, I remember when I was much younger, I heard this saying that a first impression is a lasting impression.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't even get finished, and I saw your body like, it is. It is. Okay, well, Shanell, since all like body language is
No, actually, Jeremy, I was just thinking, because Lala offered this amazing topic to us, it lands it right in our lap because of her awesome mind. Lala, do you want to join us? Yes, because I definitely think she needs to be a part of the conversation.
Well, Lala, I think is the
link in the comments? Yes, it is.
Okay, the link is in the top, Lala. Just let us know when you want to come on. Just add that link, and we'll get you right on in here. And I definitely agree with Shanell. This is something on your mind, so we want to have you as a guest in the audience tonight. And we'll see you in the back room, and we'll get you in the foreground. So, Shanell, like I said, it's before I even finished getting it out my mouth, I saw your body do a little something like that, which lets me know that I feel like you kind of agree with that statement that first
Yeah.
impressions are a lasting impression or leave a lasting impression. Talk to me. What's up with that?
Okay, so I do believe it is a lasting impression. Do I believe those impressions can change after getting to know someone a little more? Yes. But when you first meet someone in that first instance, that energy you get from them, that vibe you get from them, either they're welcoming or they're standoffish or is indifferent and you have those feelings, then you're going to form an opinion. And your opinion leads to your perception of what you know about that person, even though it's just so little at the time.
So you mean to tell me if I, go for like say a job interview, right? And I decide, that day I'm not really trying to wash like that, or I wash real quick, but I forget to hit my nails up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I got like a little bit of line of dirt, in my fingernail, and I go to shake the potential boss man hand like that. That's like that matters. That matters. I mean, he's not. Or if I accidentally forget to brush my teeth, and boss man is speaking to me, how you doing? How you doing back with the funky breath and the dirty fingernails. That matters.
It could, because Jeremy, you know what? Everybody has their own things, and it's some people when they first meet you, they look at that smile. When they first meet you, they look at the fingernails. It's different things for different people, and the person that you're going to be judged by is the person that you're communicating with at that moment. Mm-hmm. So you just have to think, should I, not about really even their perceptions, but if I'm being my best self, then I can most likely make a good first impression.
So I'm interested in knowing, y'all, off the bat. So to our viewing audience, we're curious to know what would be a breaking first impression for you? In other words, by that, what are some things that a person could do or could not do when you first meet them that might make you form an opinion of them that makes not so much? What y'all talk to us? I want to say hello to Denalja. That is, hello, beautiful queen. Denalja, come on in here, sweetheart. Good morning. Michelle said, in a job situation, yes, it matters. So while you guys are getting your thoughts together and preparing to share with us some of the things that make maybe not so much of a good first impression.
But before we jump there, let's start with this question, Jeremy, because we want to get to what is not a good first impression. But I think we need to lead with how important do you think it is to make a good first impression when you meet a new person? And this can be social, personal, this can be professional. Let's start there and then get into what's not, or what has led to someone not making a good first impression. So what?
The lady takes the lead, y'all. Let's go.
So how important do you think it is to make a good first impression? And we want your honest opinion about that.
So I'll start while we're waiting on other people. For me personally, I think what's more important than making a good first impression to me is making a truthful impression. Okay. And by that, I mean me being genuine, truthful, and authentic in the way I present myself. There's a saying that goes, some people say, hey, I'm going to send my representative or not. I don't do the whole sending the representative thing because that's something I have to keep up with. And if I were to do that, there might be a day I slip and forget, okay, well, what kind of face did I put on this day? What kind of face did I put on that day? And I could slip up and not quite get the formula right. Mm-hmm. But if I am who I am every day on a daily basis, consistent, honest, truthful, trustworthy, good, bad, and ugly, all the things that I am, then that, I think, will be an honest impression and will be enough to hopefully make to that other person a good impression. Now, that is not to say that, I would go to apply for, going back to a job scenario. Okay. I wouldn't necessarily wear, what I would wear at home, to a job interview. Okay. But in terms of character wise, I might don on a little suit or a little blazer, but character wise, I'm definitely still I'm going to do my best to present who I am as Jeremy Johnson. And I guess, yes, I would tone down the curse words, but that's I would do that anyway. I would do that if I was talking to my mom or talking to, someone that I really cared about that, I know doesn't particularly care for that kind of verbiage. We got some thoughts, I think, going on. You want to read some of these comments, or?
I believe it says Unique, and correct me if I'm wrong, is loving this discussion. Lala said, if you meet up with a fine man and decide to meet up to exercise and his ears are dirty, that's a no. And you tell him and do a follow-up about the dirty ears. If he says no, he still hasn't had time to clean them. That's a no-go, I'm sure. And then Unique said, preach authenticity is key. And that's what I was going to say about you, Jeremy. I believe being your unique self is what makes people gravitate towards you. So that's a good thing. But everybody may not feel that is comfortable. I do believe a lot of people send their representative because you may not feel like they need to know everything about you right in that moment.
I definitely agree with that. That's interesting because that makes me think of like conversations that I have with Wanda, like she, and I will tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, because I do love being carefree in my spirit, I sometimes have to get reeled back, a little bit, and that's okay. As I mature, which I am each day that I live, I feel like is an opportunity to grow and become more and more developed as a person. I'm learning that yes, in my spirit, in my mind, I have this carefree spirit, and I want to, be free in how I present myself and everything. But it is, as you said, and Wanda has brought that to my attention on several different occasions. Every outlet, every situation is perhaps not necessarily the time to reveal all my cards. And so that is something that I think that I'm constantly learning, because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, this is, everybody should be this free and everybody should be able to, but that's not always the case. And and just because that works for me, just because that's, my opinion of what works for me, that may not work for everyone else. And it's really not my place to judge or look, to perceive them as less than or whatever, because we're in two different, spaces and times, stuff like that.
So Chadwick said, first impressions are 80%. If you get the opportunity to get that truthful impression that Jeremy is speaking to, for me, I was taught early in life that the best game is no game at all. Lead with your best foot forward, but just be you, open and honest. That way, there are no big surprises down the road.
Mm-hmm. See, I almost feel like I can take that that comment right there and go some other places. But we'll come to that. What else you got? Shayla's Lala. Right.
Michelle said, you're not gonna be some people's cup of tea. Some may misjudge and form an opinion without getting to know the person. And I believe that happens often also. That sometimes you can meet someone on an off day for them or a bad day for them. And because what they're going through at the moment, the opinion you form about them may be completely different than they are on most days. Like if you meet someone on the day that they totaled their car, they're not going to be in a happy mood. You walk up and you speak, they may be, a little standoffish or upset, and you feel like, oh, why they have an attitude? But it's just because of the situation at the moment. So that's why you do have to give other people opportunities. What you gonna say, Jeremy? You would still be happy, smiling, and laughing even in that moment?
No, I was just chewing on that. Like you said, it's when you're thinking about first, interestingly enough, that you said that. Okay, so taking that scenario of the person that has the car accident, and something happens, someone else who is not familiar with the car accident, walks up to you, tries to bring a little joy into your life. You mad because your fender broke and you got to buy new tires. Your insurance premium's about to go up. But you take that out on that person, even in that situation, though, it's almost like is a need to check how you come off, because the bottom line is that person, one, you never know who that person is and of what benefit they may be able to be to you, but because you're now upset and in your moment of anguish and angst, that impression could really, unfortunately, shoot you in the foot, the mad person.
It could, but I look at it two ways. One, if I'm in a bad situation or anyone is in a bad situation, the other person should be empathetic to their situation. But it's not going to stop opinions from being formed. It's not.
I agree that they should be empathetic. And at the same time, I think that the person who is experiencing that momentary trauma, especially if it's an adult, should hopefully be able to quickly, okay, not every, I can't be mad at the world. This is not the world's fault. Here's a person who, because I've run into situations like that, and thankfully, I feel like I've been given this gift of when people do come at me, with the grr added energy, I feel like I'm one of those people who have been able to, I'm sorry, show that empathy, but then channel that, lighter part of me and put some of that genie juice on them and get them realizing that, what, this was a car. I know it was how I get to work. I know it was how I do this, but you know what? I have my life still, because when you think about it, perceptions, bringing in that word perception, it's with the car thing, if you can just shift that perspective and your perception of the situation just a bit,
okay,
you might actually realize, whoa, man, I can make some adjustments here because this could be so much worse, so much worse.
Okay. And that could be in any situation. That's true.
Let's see. What is Michelle? Okay. Don wants us to know that he's here. Hello, Don.
Hi, Don. Don said I'm glamorous living tonight. This is quarantine living, Don. And let me tell you about this glamorous living over here, Don. Thank you to Evelyn Fuller and her paparazzi business. That's what it is. It is looking glamorous. You need to know how to spend a little bit of money, but have a big impact.
I like that. That's so funny because, I got my little, this is not cheap right here per se, but I am all about, and when I clap on it, it's real, like a black woman, okay? I have my little $5 pieces from paparazzi, and they bling, okay? It's all about, when you're speaking of impressions, do you know how to take $5 and make a lasting impression, make a strong impression?
Yes.
I can do that. You obviously can do that.
And we talked about that the other day, that you could be down on this is speaking to those situations like Chadwick just commented on. And we'll read your comment in a minute, Chadwick. You could be down on your luck. You could be out of work. Everything could be going bad. But that one saying about get up and show out, that's all you have to do. If you look in your best, people can only assume, they will only perceive that everything in your world is going okay. And that's just what you have to do.
What's interesting? That makes me think of, and then we're going to get, like I said, to Chad's comment. It really makes me think about the video. So let me tell y'all, Shanell teased me y'all the other day, and she told me, she said, Jeremy, you like showing some skin. And I said, yeah, to some degree, but I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shiznit, right? That was for you, Shanell. Shiznit. So like I was home the other night and I was doing some writing and I had read through the group, looked at some of the posts, and Shanell posted, I think last week, about like, do you believe in soulmates? And so I was like, soulmates, I guess. Like, yeah, I believe in soulmates. I guess I believe in soulmates. I wrote a song about it. Here we go. And I went through my archives and I found this song that I wrote like years ago. And, and I decided, it was like 2:00 in the morning. I was like, you know what? I thought about it. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put this song out there. I don't really have the, $2,000 video camera and the crew, to go and make a nice music video, the quality music video that I feel like this song deserves or could deserve, or the quality of video that competes with other artists that are out there. But I had to like have a conversation with myself, and I said, self, listen here. What you have is what you have. Mm-hmm. Use what you got to get what you want. That is something that my dad taught me a while ago. And I said, you know what? I'm going to use my little iPhone 11 Max that people have been talking about being able to make a video with. And I'm going to get in here and I'm going to put a little treatment together, a little 3-minute treatment. And I'm going to make me a little video.
And you did.
And hopefully it will be at least somewhat of an impression of what my abilities are as a future videographer. And you know what? When I go back and I look at it, I'm like, to say I was a one-man crew up in here filming, you never know nan difference. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, you probably would. But my point is, yes, sometimes we can worry too much about how others are going to receive impressions that we give off. Sometimes we can worry too much about our first impressions and not just put enough energy into living. You know what I mean? That's okay. We got a comment from Chad. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Shanell. You're our official reader.
Oh, okay. Chad said, for sure, you are speaking to a personal state of living with a peaceful spirit. Basically, no matter what happens, what we get and give are indications of the many facets of a person and their personality, So we have to take it all in and make a judgment on temperament in tough times.
Come on, Chad.
I definitely
like agree. A bulldog from South Carolina State University. Fellow Bulldogs in the house.
Lala says she definitely agrees. It does depend on the situation. Hi, Clarence. Welcome.
Good morning, Clarence.
Michelle said, balling on a budget. That's right, Michelle. We're going through some tough times right now. And Don said, artist equals nudist. Same difference.
Artist equals nudist. And that I do believe I am. Shanell, I think you got some other good questions for.
I do. I have a question for the viewers, and then you can chime in, Jeremy. But I really want to know what the viewers think. So, what do you judge people on when you first meet them? What is the first thing that you look at? What is the first thing that you think about the other person?
I want to know from you until they start. What is the first thing you look at?
So the first thing that I look at is their smile. I mean, when we're talking physical.
And you took mine.
Yes. So the first thing that I look at is a smile, because for me, that is a window into your spirit. Like that expression that you have on your face, like you're always smiling and so happy. And that's the same thing for me. People have to engage with me, and then I smile. Because if I post a picture, I do the serious look. People are all like, "Whoa, smile, smile, smile!" And that's so funny that I won't smile naturally unless someone smiles and engage with me. But that's the first thing that I look at. Now, intellectually, would be personality, conversation, how you speak. That makes a big difference for me.
Okay, well, you stole mine. I'm definitely with you on that. I'm all about that smile. The smile endears me to you. When it's warm and just glowing. But I'm also looking at your teeth, to be honest, because I like nice teeth. It doesn't matter if I see that we potentially could be friends, or maybe something more, or I might think you're attractive and may want to holler at you. I don't know, but I just need you in any case scenario. Have nice teeth. I don't care if you only have one tooth in your mouth. It doesn't make sure that one tooth is nicely brushed, is clean. That one tooth shouldn't be yellow and brown and green and have the food from last night in there. It's one tooth. I mean, you can't take care of one tooth. Come on now. I'm just saying. Yes, teeth, smile, all that's very important. Hair. How you keep your hair is definitely a first impression to me. I definitely, skin, like just the whole upkeep of the face. I think that's just very important. It says a lot about, who you are and how you value yourself. Don says personality is his. What? How did you phrase that question again, Shanell?
What is the first thing you judge a person on when you meet them?
Okay, on their personality. Okay, that's what's up, Don. Let's see. Michelle says I feel the vibe they give, facial expression, and general conversation. Michelle, I'm so with you on that. Like, I'm a vibe dude. Like, all day long, I go on vibes. If the vibe ain't right, if the energy's not there, then it ain't very far we gonna be able to get. Just being honest. I just can't do a nasty vibe. It'll screw my mood up. It just will. So
another like I said, very important for me is that being able to talk to someone. If we can't have a good conversation, like for me, and this is a good example, because you like to throw in some curse words, you'll throw them in there in the conversation. For me, if you immediately start off like that, that could be a little turn off for me. Yes. Because it's just like, is it every word you say going to be a curse word? So
okay, we about to get into it now.
And we always do. That's what makes these so great.
Okay, yes.
Let's have that conversation.
Yes, let's have that conversation. So I read an article that says people with high IQs tend to use profanity.
Oh, okay.
For me, it would be different if I did not have a magnanimous vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? It would be different if I cursed because I lacked, just a wide variety, a wide range of words to choose from. But that's not my case. I'm not saying that I'm the smartest. I don't, walk around here with a PhD or anything. Well, leave that there. But I'm fairly capable of I think I've told someone once before, I feel I could, at this state in life, I could converse with a pauper and I could converse with the president. That's the level of confidence that I have in my ability to speak and speak well. But it's those curse words sometimes that just give whatever I'm saying a little bit more flavor, a little bit more punch. So that's the whole point of my cussing. Okay. But switching that up, my question even becomes, who even called it cussing? Like, how have we come to know select words as being profane? How is it that the D word, the B word, the F word, the S word, or some of the other words that we know are profane? Somebody taught us that. And that actually makes me go back to last week's conversation when the dude was like, You know, when you are, once you learn, you know, someone else's language, they
Yes.
can help you.
Yes.
Because now they've trained you to think pretty much the way they want you to think. You know, if I wanted to be able to walk down the street and say "F you, neighbor," you know, why is it that? Why? Because we've been. That is.
We've been trained to believe that
perceived
that's
that word.
inappropriate. Yes.
Absolutely.
And as I always say to you, perception is reality. The perception, what someone perceives about you, about the world, about themselves, that is their reality. Because some people perceive themselves to be more than what everybody else think they are, or vice versa. So perception is serious. Your opinion about someone has an impact on how you treat them, how you interact with them, even your level of respect for them.
That's bad. You said a word right there. Praise him. Sheila, Lala, I don't know if that's the praise him hands going up. I don't know what that hand is, but that's like the tambourine hands to me, like shanana. I think. I'm not sure. What's your opinion about that hand, Shanell?
Oh, I thought that was a hand clap. I think the other from Kanisha is a hand clap also. Samuel said, we learn from our parents and our grandparents and our uncles and our aunties, and that is so true. Definitely. That's some learned behavior. So I have another question for you guys.
Green, come on with the questions.
So have you ever made a judgment about a person, but when you actually begin to communicate with them and get to know them, have you found out what you thought was completely wrong or maybe just a little wrong?
Say it one more time for me.
Have you ever made a judgment about a person, but when you actually begin to communicate with them and get to know them, have you found out your original thoughts about them were wrong?
That's a good question, Shanell. Y'all, can we give Shanell some kudos? Wherever y'all are, can y'all send some hearts for that question just now? That question hit me in my shanana. That's a really good question. That's a really, really good question. And we need to know what y'all think about that.
Don, I need on some pearls. Don said he agreed with me. The only time he curses is when he's having great sex, and I never curse in the standard conversation. See, that's a gentleman.
Well, I'm glad you like that comment, and that's fine. That still don't change what I said.
And that's why our talks are so great, because we commonly disagree and still love each other at the end of the day. So
you have no idea how much I love you, Shanell. Only time will tell, honey. Only time will tell.
So, be honest, everybody. I see the viewers are out there. Have you ever judged someone when you first met them and then later on found out that you may have made a snap judgment, that you may have been wrong about your perception about that person? Michelle, what do you think? Jay, what do you think? Lala, let us know. Samuel.
We still are open to having you guys if you want to come on. Let's see. I can repost the link again, I think.
Yes.
There's the link. If you want to come on, definitely let us know, and we'll be happy to get you in the show.
So I have a few viewers post. So Samuel said, yes, he misjudged a person, and I was so incorrect about who they were as a person. However, we are very close today, even with hundreds of miles between us. Definitely.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. I like that, Sam.
Mm-hmm. And Michelle said, I try not to judge, but I will observe first. See, and that's that thing. Even though you're observing, you're saying, I got to collect a little more information about this person before you make that final judgment. Jay said, yes, after getting to know someone, I was very wrong. I eventually told them how I initially felt, and I apologize.
That's a mature man right there.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Jeremy?
You trying to put me on the spot?
Mr. Authentic, you're always authentic, so are your judgments just as authentic?
Yeah. They are.
Please share. Please.
I am sure there's been a time or two. I've been scrolling the back of my mind, and and wondering if I could come up with an anecdote that would highlight one of my misjudgments, or maybe not as accurate judgments. Nothing is coming off just yet, but I'm pretty certain that there's been a time or two that I've met, that I've made a judgment, a prejudgment about someone, and it didn't turn out to be as accurate as I perceived or thought it was. I'll say, Shanell, when I first met you, well, shoot, I remember. I'll actually never forget the night I met you physically, in the physical. I didn't even recognize you. Do you recall that?
Why?
I think it was the hair thing, because your pictures, of course, your hair was one way, and then that night.
Oh, I had my hair braided, and I'm normally like this, but I had my hair braided.
Right.
I have a very funny story about that same weekend too. But yes, I had my hair braided, so I looked different. Okay. See, like,
yeah. But I think when I first met you, I was a little leery. I can't even remember who sent who. Huh?
I said pearls clutched.
No, but it wasn't necessarily anything you said or did. I think it's just the aura that you give off as a confident woman, a strong woman, a reserved woman. And I was like, oh, she's gonna be a cornball. But nah, I'm like wrong. Like, I'm so wrong. So I mean, that's the quickest example I could give. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have made prejudgments about people that were a little off once as I've gotten to know them more. My dad, honestly, that's another one I can think of. When I was coming up, my dad was very strict. And I just thought, I perceived him to be, the meanest man in the world. My perception of him was that he was just this cold man with like no heart and very uncaring. To this day, my dad is damn near my best friend. Like male. I revere him more than any other male I can think of. But I guess from my perception and the things that I experienced as a young man with my father, I just made some bad choices in my head. But over the course of time, being able to see things from his angle and all that he dealt with as a man, it allowed me to change some of my perceptions and opinions about my father.
Okay. And before I share mine, Samuel said he knows the answer to the question. So we definitely would like to hear your answer. If you want to join us, or you can type it in the comments and we'll read it. But for me as a woman, I'm going to just be honest, and I'm sure every woman on here know that, yes, I have made snap decisions, made snap judgments about other women by looking at them or how they present themselves, and when you really get to know them, realize that they are actually a wonderful person. And I am definitely a person, like you said, when you first meet me, I may seem very reserved, very serious. I do believe I am, but when you get to know me, you'll learn that I love to have fun and laugh and talk and smile. But that initial, because I'm trying to figure out where you are and to feel you out, I'm a little reserved. So I may be that person that you get the representative first before you get
okay, I respect that. But and it's interesting. Based on the things that we all belong to different groups and settings, and I am coming to understand more and more that based on the setting or the group that we are associating with at the time, for many people it may be more appropriate to send a representative. I just pray and hope that when to switch it up,
cut it off. You do.
Turn on, turn off. Let's see. Lala said, I'm a people person and I have no respect of persons, but some things are just deal breakers. I definitely give first, second, and third chances, but in my opinion, you do have to put your best foot forward, rather it's a business or personal setting.
Yes. Come with your best self. Be your best self. That's what the world deserves. You being your best self every day. Lala also went on to say she agrees with you and everyone is unique. Definitely.
You know, I taught my students this when I was first. It was really interesting that I was in a class my last year teaching. I had students who really they tended to have an opinion about everything. I mean, I would walk in class and they'd be like, "Oh, you look ugly in that. You look stupid in that. You look," and just other little things that they would say, and they would say to each other. And so I taught them one day. I just, it may not have been. I like teaching practically. I teach from a very practical standpoint, and so I wrote on the board to them one day. Opinions are like buttholes.
No.
Everybody has one.
Okay.
Is that find a lie? Find a lie. You would let me guess. You would have said opinions are like posterior. Posterior.
Yes, flowers. Anything that it could be a variety of many of them.
I like mine better, but okay. I respect yours, but it's like they can relate to. I mean, these were, for lack of a better word, these were some of our urban children. So I knew they could grasp that analogy. Or, but when you think about it, there are people in this world who first of all, we all do make opinions. We all formulate opinions. I want to talk about. This is a peeve of mine. So I'm kind of transitioning the conversation a little bit because we're talking about impressions, opinions, and perceptions. A peeve of mine is when people present their opinions as fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I have learned that there are people who honestly don't know how to distinguish opinions from fact.
Okay.
I have an issue with that. Does anyone else have an experience with or take issue with people presenting opinions as facts? I'm saying that, and I'll give you case in point. I'm a part of several different groups on Facebook, and there will be guys in some of these groups who will be like, I think I want to saw someone say Beyonce is the best. Facts.
But Jeremy, that's perception. Their perception is their reality. That's a fact to them. That's just their opinion. We know that. But to them, they feel like that is a fact.
And
the reason they feel like they have some research behind saying that's a fact, because millions of other people believe that she is.
Okay, that's probably not the best example to give, just because of so many people that can substantiate the fact that Beyonce is good. But even with that, no, I get what you're saying. That is their person, but that's my point. Opinions are opinions, and they belong in the opinion lane, whereas facts can be substantiated with data, statistics, research, so forth and so on. And that I mean, I don't know. Like I said, that's just an opinion. That's just a peeve of mine. Like, I've definitely encountered situations where, like I said, people, have come off like, okay, this is my opinion. This is, and I get it. Your opinion, it's your truth, but your truth does not equate fact.
Okay.
My truth is my truth, but my truth is not necessarily universal truth. Or gosh, I was telling you about this gentleman that I was watching the other day. He's got a master class, and I'm really wanting to learn more about what he's teaching in that class. But he basically was outlining the several different kinds of truths there are. So like universal truth, personal truth, and another kind of truth, and so other kind of truth. I understand. Yeah. So an opinion could be your personal truth, but understand then that your personal truth is not my personal truth. And for you to want to fight me because I don't agree with your personal truth, I mean, one, you ain't gonna win, but two, that's just a little immature, in my opinion.
Yes. And at some point, you have to just agree to disagree.
And I love that.
Your opinion is going to be formed. Your perception
all the time.
Yeah. So I have another question for you guys. How do you feel when you find out that people have made judgments about you when they first meet you? Because it's easy for us to say, you know, oh, I feel this way about this person, or I think this, you know, like say you and your friends, you went out, you introduce a friend to a new friend. You know, when you go home later, you say, so what do you think about so-and-so? And then that person shares their thoughts or opinions, and it may get back to you. So how do you feel when someone makes judgments about you when they first meet you that you don't agree with?
Asking me, or you? That's for the whole, right?
I'm asking the group, the viewers. I'm asking you, Jeremy Johnson, Jada Prince. I'm asking you, all personalities of you.
You got saucy with it. She got saucy with it, y'all. How as I get older, so I'm crossing towards the 50 line, and this is I'm not even going. Well, I'm gonna just say this. I have been operating on a 3F's principle.
Okay.
For the last good 7 to 10 years of my life. And I call it the 3F's principle. If you all would like to know what the 3F's principle is, you can inbox me personally later and I'll share it with you. And I'm saying that for sake of my co-host.
Ooh, right. Okay.
Yeah, see, I told you I could grow. You just gotta work with me. You gotta work with me, girl.
Okay. Well, we're all your inbox is gonna be full of all of us because we want to know what the 3F's are.
Well, I think some people might know what they are, but if not, like I said, they can inbox me and I'll. But as I get older, I operate on the 3F's principle, and truly, it's really becoming less and less of a concern of mine what other people think about me.
Okay.
Because honestly, if you're not doing those 3F's, you don't really matter. You matter to God and you matter to your mama, but you don't really matter to me like that.
And you have some of the viewers said they are with those 3F's too.
Me, oh, that's my beautiful. Hey, Miss Jerusalem. Hello. Let me see. What you said. It can be hurtful, especially if it's not true.
Yes.
It can be hurtful, especially if it's not true. It can be hurtful, especially if it's not true. I'm thinking on that.
You don't want people to think negative things about you.
But they're going to.
Maybe if you felt like, you may have wanted to be in that circle with those people.
Mimi is giving the 3F's away. She said the first one is feeding. Feed. Exactly. Yes, it is.
So if they don't feed you, honey, no, you don't care nothing about what they're talking about. Okay.
Yes, if you're not providing the money to keep groceries up in this house to keep me nice and thickums like I'm getting. It costs to feed this grown man.
Them vegetables and that healthy food costs. I do understand that. Okay. So number 1 is feed.
They ain't come for me now, so you can't get mad.
That may not be your 3 F's. Ooh, I can't wait to inbox you later about these 3 F's.
Okay, well, that's definitely she on point. She on point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think the perception of peace is what distracts most people from the perception of peace. Is what distracts most people from really having it. Jay, you got it. Jay, I need you in the back room like right now. Please, Jay, we need you to expound upon that because I'm not even gonna try to. That's a little above my medulla oblongata. Okay.
He said, I think the perception of peace is what distracts most people from.
I want him to go ahead and explain.
So you're in search of it so much that you can't have true peace within yourself. Please join us and just really share that with everybody, with the viewers.
Jay, please click on the stream link. Okay. We would love for you to come on. You could pop in and pop out. Don't care if you've been drinking. You should be drinking. This is Cocktails and Conversations. Okay?
Will said, no, it's hurtful when those close to you believe it or run with it. And we do see that happen a lot. Jay, I think he gave us the PG-13 version. He said the 3 F's is food, folks, and fun.
Those are his 3 F's.
Those are your 3 F's, because I'm sure one of Jeremy 3 F's may be a curse word.
Well, how you gonna put me out there? See how you see your perception of me, Shanell? Your perception of me, you see? See how you're formulating opinions about me?
I'm so sorry.
You can come on in 5 minutes. That's cool. We'll be able to circle back around to that. Will said no, yeah. So Will said it's hurtful when those close to you believe. I probably can agree with that. Like, if Joe Blow down the street is thinking stuff about me and that's not true, I don't care about Joe Blow because Joe Blow is not supplying my 3 F's.
Okay.
But now when you talking about my mama or my daddy or someone who really matters, someone that's close to me, believing some crap that's not true, then yeah, that might get to me just a little bit more. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. So can you hit these next 2 comments, Jeremy?
Go for it. You mean as in me read it?
Yes, I think you be trying to set me up. Oh, the picture is absolutely.
Oh, that's Mimi. Oh, Mimi is all glam. Mimi reminds me of you. All glam. All glam.
I love it. And I love the smile. So that first impression is like, I want to meet you. I want to hang out with you.
Oh, Mimi, we have to do we'll have to hook up a 4-way, okay? Let's see. Hey, what's up, Justin Flanoy? Good morning. Okay, Mimi says, but it's a lot to be said about the energy you create in developing the attitude that others. But it's a lot to be said about the energy you create in developing the attitude that others don't matter. Put more energy on you and what you put out there. And if and when others don't agree, it's okay. Bless them. Protect your energy. I do agree with that.
I firmly believe in that. I believe in self-care. I believe in protecting your energy. And if my energy is affecting your energy, then guess what? We will just be energized in separate places.
And so let me make sure I clarify my statement. When I say others don't matter, that is not to dismiss them as being valuable people to the universe, to the overall universe. I have to protect my space, my inner peace. And so I am not going to give my energy away to people who don't mean me well.
Okay.
You know, I would rather much dismiss that situation, that person, you know, whatever, so that I can protect my energy, my space, and keep me moving in the forward moving direction that I'm trying to move in. Guys, please, if you're not sipping We want you sipping with. It's more fun when you sip.
Oh, you didn't ask them that, Jeremy. You didn't ask them to tell you what they were sipping on tonight.
Well, now why don't you do your thing real quick while I go and replenish? Okay.
Okay. So
Be
guys,
right back.
while Jeremy is off to replenish his sweet tea, we normally ask you to share, what are you sipping on tonight? Or is it your tea? Is it your lemonade? Is it a nice glass of wine to relax from the hard day that you've had? So you can share with us and let us know. So Mimi said, I settled for a Tempranillo. Is that a wine? I don't drink wine, so I don't know anything about wine. Okay, so you said 2004. I'm going to assume that's definitely wine. Yeah, I don't drink wine, so mine is lemonade, my drink of choice. Don, did you leave us? I was waiting for you to join us in the back room so you can come up and join in the conversation. Mimi, you should join us. Let's talk about that energy. Samuel, are you still there? Okay, so it is a red Spanish wine. Okay, peach crown. All right, Sam. Nice, Michelle, a cosmopolitan. And we had a great time the week before. Michelle did join us in the conversation. She had a lot to add to it. We appreciate you so much. And you know, anytime, pop in that back room and we can bring you on. And if you guys don't know, it is, I'm looking down because I'm looking in the comments. The link, if you just click on it, it will put you in the back room. Jeremy will see you and he will be able to bring you in to the conversation when he gets back from refreshing his drink.
His tea.
That's what I told him, your sweet tea.
I heard you, and I appreciate you for letting them know I was having tea in this cute little glass. Okay, where are we at? What is going on, Shanell? Shanell, tell us where are we in the conversation?
So I've invited a lot of our friends to, join us in that back room. Let them know that if you see them, you'll bring them on in so they can join the conversation. A lot of people share those awesome drinks that they're drinking, and I learned something because, I don't drink wine. So Mimi is having some red Spanish wine from 2004. Sam is having peach crown. Michelle is having a cosmopolitan.
We got a lot of people, come on, sipping and dipping tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Cheers. Should we take a moment and cheers, Shanell?
Of course.
All right, Shanell, let's do this. Can you give us a toast? And then I'm going to give a toast. And then we're going to cheers with our audience.
All right. So I am toasting. I'm holding my glass up to Jeremy for the awesome. I just got a little sneak peek at the awesome book that he is about to share with the world. And I know it's going to be absolutely amazing. Wow! Cheers to you, Jeremy, because when I left that meeting, I just thought, oh my God, that is something to share with the world. And I think people are going to be super excited about it and touched in a lot of ways from that book.
Thank you for that, Shanell. Cheers.
Cheers.
I am cheering to, one, having you as a friend, having authentic friendships with beautiful women who allow me to be me and receive the energy that I give in a non-judgmental and welcoming way. And I'm cheering to you for being the most amazing co-host I could ever ask for.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mimi said, I want to go back to that. Mimi said the older that she gets, the more I invest in energy because I'm learning how critical it is. And the reason that I just wanted to touch on that is because I believe that energies mix and you want to have positive energy flowing in your circles.
Absolutely.
I don't want to have a friend that all that we can do with each other is be negative Nancy's and share negative energy. If we're not pulling each other up, pushing each other to be our best selves, then our energy is not right for each other.
Look at Daniel Order. Daniel Order says he loves that hair.
Thank you. Daniel must have saw me in that original natural state that God blessed me with the other week.
He might have. I want to say he was actually probably in the room watching last week, and now he's watching you now. So he says, look, he's all into all that glam and fab stuff. He loves that. Like,
I love the natural state, but that is my actual God-given natural state. But this is natural to me. You know, this is my place of comfort.
I love it. Mimi sends us hearts. Thank you, Mimi. We love. So Mimi said she's definitely down for us hooking up like a four-way outing, a four-way evening.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We can do a road trip or something like that.
Awesome.
Mimi, would you be willing to come on and talk about? So going back to that comment again. The older I get, I invest in energy because I'm learning how critical it is. I'm interested in knowing how you invest in energy. What does that mean to you? Mimi, would you come on live and tell our viewers what that means to you? That would mean so much to me. I don't care about, guys, we want you to know, for those of you who are feeling like, I can't come on because I'm drinking. We're all drinking, or we all should be drinking. It doesn't have to be wine. It could be water. It could be juice. It could be tea. It could be liquor. It can be.
Stay hydrated.
If you like oil, some people like olive oil. If you want to drink olive oil, that's on you. I'm just saying.
Don't be like our president, please.
I was waiting on you to catch it.
Listen to Jeremy.
No, you can drink olive oil though. You actually can drink oil.
I don't want them to pour a glass of olive oil, not a glass.
Not a glass. No, it's not a glass. It's like a cap. A cap is okay.
Yes.
So Mimi says, of course, sure. So Mimi, I just put the link up. If you'll just go ahead and click on that link, that'll bring you into the studio, and then I will see you once you get in here, and I will click you in. Definitely interested in. I think it would be great for the audience to hear your perspective of what. No Lysol.
I just saw that. Oh my.
So yeah, Mimi, when you're ready, definitely please come on. Howard Baker says, silly. You know what? So we're talking about impressions, perceptions, and opinions. I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna reveal a truth of mine. I used to get a little upset when people's perception of me is that I'm silly. I did. I'm being honest with you.
And I'm in shock.
Really? Because
why?
Because it's my perception of the word silly. When I think silly, I think almost like, for lack of a better word, like unplanned humor, unscheduled, unplanned. What's the word I'm looking for? Just there's no sense of direction or purposefulness to it. And not that I have to reveal this, but I choose to reveal it. There is a deliberate, that's the word I'm looking for. This makes me think about last night's conversation when I could not find the word that I was trying to come up with in our meeting about the book cover. And deliberateness. When I think silly, I think of a lack of deliberateness. You're just a randomly haphazard, no thought of no thinking going into whatever it is you're saying, and that really is the opposite of me. Like, it may not seem like it to people because of just how I flow, but I think it through. I think about the ramifications of what I say, how it might impact me in the future. It's just that I'm willing to take calculated risks. I'm just that person. That's just who I am in life. I'm down with a calculated risk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, kind of so to speak. So I've always preferred humorous. That's what I'd like to think I am. I like to think I'm a little bit humorous. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't bother me as much now because it's people's perceptions, and I don't necessarily have to. I definitely never want to pigeonhole how people speak or communicate. But that was my own little thing that I had to kind of work through.
Okay.
What is Daniel saying? Well, people have to get to know you to understand you. That's true. That's true.
So you're saying it takes more than that first meeting, more than that first impression to really be able to form an opinion about someone's character or to really have a true perception of who someone is.
You agree with that, Shanell?
That you need to have more than one encounter with someone?
Yeah.
Definitely, because you really don't get to, it's just like in a relationship. In the beginning, you guys can just go out and have fun and dates and everything is just fun. So that's the only part you know about that person, but you don't know how this person is when they're in that bad situation or stressful situation, or when they're facing challenges, what type of person they really are. I think you have to have many different experiences with someone. And that goes back to one of our first conversations about what friendships, relationships. To really get to know someone, you have to have multiple experiences with them to make the connection of what kind of person they really are.
Agree. Daniel says, of course, you're not going to understand somebody in their perception until you know them.
Yes.
Okay. You're so right. You so right. Yes. I can hear him now. Let's see. So we've talked about impressions. We talked about opinions and perceptions. Shanell, where do you think we should go in the conversation next? We got about 21 minutes, actually.
Yes, we do.
Time flies, huh?
Definitely. So Howard said, my use of word regarding Jeremy means fun energy. You make him smile. That is so nice.
Thank you, Howard. And just so you know, Howard, like that opinion of my thought about that word has long been formed before you use it. It's just something that look at Earl showing love. Yeah, long before you use it. So it wasn't personal. But thank you, bro. I appreciate you so much. And I'm so honored to be able to make you smile. Thank you. Earl showing love. That's my push-up man. Earl has got me on. Earl is going to hopefully help change some of y'all's perceptions of my physique because he's got me doing 100 push-ups a day for 30 days.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh my. Yeah. So when y'all see these pecs next,
he's not gonna have any shirts left. There's no shirts. It's just gonna be a no shirt summer. Is that what we have to look forward to?
Hot no shirt summer. Is that the equivalent of hot girl summer?
Last year was hot girl summer. But now what they told us was if you were over 40, sit down because it wasn't a hot girl summer for you.
Who gets to make that? Who gets to say that?
Once again, that's perception. That's perception. That's opinion right there.
Yeah, because 40-year-old girls can be hot too.
Hey.
Yes. Let's see. Michelle says,
I'm in that circle, and I feel like I have something to offer.
Say that one time.
I'm in that circle of 40, and I feel like I still have something to offer.
I couldn't agree with you more. I absolutely agree. I was telling Wanda the other day. I don't even know if I want y'all. That's probably something I'll save for
lemonade.
Conversations after dark. Actually, it's not bad, but I'll maybe I'll say that for conversations after 12.
Okay, after 12.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Earl is giving us some laughter.
Michelle, did you read Michelle's?
Did I miss Michelle's? My bad.
Yes.
When you're in entertainment, in the entertainment business, you will be critiqued and criticized a lot. So you have to have a thick skin to accept absolutely constructive criticism in order to improve and grow. I absolutely agree with that. I do agree with that.
Michelle, I believe you could just be in the neighborhood, in the community, and people have something to say. You better have thick skin, just point blank, period. Mm-hmm. Because now in a world of social media, everyone has something to say, and people are very comfortable with sending you a message and telling you how they feel about you or something you've done or something that you've said. They'll comment quick.
So here's the person that, so now Daniel is making it personal. He says, so why you get so mad at me, Jeremy Johnson, when you know how I am in my ways? Because you get on my nerves. Since you wanted to put it out there. Now, go, there's your answer. Next. But
hey, Sam said hot man summer. All right.
Who says that?
Samuel, hot man summer.
Yes, that's what we're going for. Hey, it gets better with age.
All right.
I'm with it. Experience, honey.
Oh, Mimi said she can't click on the link. It's not a hyperlink.
No, she should be. Tell her, Mimi, I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna send it to your messenger.
Okay.
And it should work.
It'll definitely be a hyperlink then. Ooh, so Sam, I like that. He said it gets better with age. Okay.
And then he said, honey, something about honey, right?
Experience honey. What that mean?
Experience honey. You got it. Like the older you get.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
All right. So Mimi, please check your Facebook Messenger, and that should hopefully give you the link. It should work. Let's see who else. Anybody else is up there? I
have a question though. It's going to connect dating with this first impression. Have you ever been on a date and you have not? Like you went on a date with somebody and the first impression that you got from them led to you never reaching out to them again, never answering a call from them again. Have you ever been on a date where the first impression that you got from them made you never want to reach out to them or communicate with them again?
I wouldn't say date, but I've definitely shared, say, like a first experience.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't qualify it as a date.
Okay.
With someone, and as a result of that first experience, I'll be like, as soon as I can get out of this,
never again.
Never again. Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to share something with you guys. For me, on a first date, if somebody is touchy-feely, I don't like that. You're trying to grab my hand, put your hand around my waist, or touching, like an octopus. Your hands are just everywhere. Never going to get me again. Never again.
What does that make you feel? Is this like invasive? They're invasive, or
yes, I don't like it. It just makes me disgusted. Like, why are you touching? I feel like you have to get a level or a layer of comfort with the person before they should be putting their hands on you. That's just too much. So you can tell me.
I agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. So do you communicate that with the person, or do you just keep that to yourself and you compartmentalize it, and the next time they ask you out on a date, you remember and be like, you was that octopus man. So
Jeremy, This is the last time you put your hands on someone.
Okay.
Don't do that. And they got themselves together and we moved on and had a great night. But for that beginning part, like, keep your hands to yourself.
We have Miss Mimi ready to join us. You ready? Let's bring her in. The glamorous Miss Mimi, y'all.
Hey, love.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Shanell. How are you?
I am doing fabulous.
You guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'm enjoying my wine and enjoying this wonderful love y'all got going on here.
Thank you, Mimi. Honey, energy. You said something about the older you get, Mimi, I invest in energy because I'm learning how critical it is. What does that look like? What does investing in energy look like? Talk to us about that.
It's really about your inner thoughts. And you know how when you have positive thoughts, you can also have negative thoughts. And what ends up happening is that every thought that you have, whether you speak it out loud or not, it still goes out into the universe and it becomes energy. And energy is not in any way destroyed. It's only transferred. So if you in any way start holding on to negative thoughts, if you become preoccupied about their first impression of me, that group doesn't like me, that's your entire energy now. And then you're wondering why you're having bad days and weeks and things aren't going the way they should, because good energy can't come in. You have bad energy around you because you're worried about the wrong things, which is why I said, put your energy into something else. Someone doesn't like you, they'll be all right. You're not in their group, you'll be fine. They don't understand you, you'll still flourish. So because your thought is, God be with them, you know, wish them well. But what are you investing in? Are you investing in the negative thought that they don't like you and you don't fit in? Or are you investing on, you know what else I got going on today? Who loves me? There is a quote that I read a long time ago that said, stop focusing on the people who didn't show up for you. You're missing out on the people who are loving you every day and unconditionally loving you because you're worried about the one person that you have no business worried about.
You're
just going to ignore the rest of us.
Woo! Yes.
I like it. Focus on the people who's showing up for you.
Yeah.
And that makes the difference, because a lot of people are holding on to people in their life that they really can't even say 3 things positive that this person has brought to their life. You know, focus on the people that are showing up for you. That's the circle that you belong in. Someone who has negative energy towards you or feelings about you, you're not supposed to be in that circle, because they haven't opened up their heart and their mind to you and who you are overall. So I definitely agree with that.
Absolutely. But more importantly, if you're harboring and you're still hanging on to people that are not creating positivity for you, you can't park but one car in a parking space. If that person with negative energy is in your life, it's keeping me from coming in. So maybe the same way we clean out our closet every spring, we need to do the same thing with people, because people are energy.
Yes, I truly firmly believe that.
For women, for men, if you're like, why I can't get that job? Because you're still in the one you shouldn't be in. Why I can't get that man? Because you still dating old boy who dates other men and lies to you. And when women talk about, I'm waiting for my man, wait a minute, but you messing with him on the weekend. Stop it.
On the weekend.
Stop it. Because that energy, here's the thing, people, we feel energy, right?
Yes.
And this goes back to a real thing. When Jeremy and I met, it was our energy. And I loved him from day one. Didn't know much about him. Didn't know him from Adam. I just knew it was the boy with the voice. They were like, he sings. It was the little boy with the voice. And I say little because he is tiny compared to the other guys that were around him that were like 6'4" and 6, and I'm tall myself. So he was just that little boy that could sing. Wow. It didn't matter. I didn't know much about him. It didn't matter where he was going to go. It didn't matter he was going to conquer the world or the block. It didn't matter. My energy was positive with him, and I didn't put a lot of pressure on the first impression. I allowed it to be what it was, my first impression. I liked him. I kept him. I'm still here 15 years later.
Yes.
Awesome. I love it.
Wow. Thank you for that, Mimi. Thank you for just coming on and sharing that. That is powerful insight that you have dropped on us in
Mhm.
cocktails and conversations, and that's what it's all about. Us just conversing and learning and growing from each other. So thank you for that so much.
Absolutely.
One more thing, you mentioned how when we like let's say, we focus our energy on, that one person that doesn't like us, and we find ourselves in this downward spiral, this downward space, this negative energy. How do we create that shift? Is there a way to, do we have to stay in that negative space, or is there a way to shift out of that negative energy and move into a more positive space? How do we do that, if there is a way to do that?
Yes, it is. And it's called the power of positive thinking. At the end of the day, no one is more powerful than you and your mind. You make that decision every day. Every day we make decisions. Why not make a decision not to be negative? Why not make a decision to get rid of somebody that is? Why not make a decision to clear yourself of negative energy? You do everything else. You wake up every day, you pay the bills, you take care of other people. We harness this world every day. You can make the decision, you know what? Let me do an inventory. Who does not belong in my energy?
Mm.
It's as simple as that. It's absolutely, you can shift it. You don't have to be anywhere you don't want to be. And create your own energy. What is it you want? When you close your eyes in your ideal day, what does that look like? What does the ideal people in your world look like? And if the people in it don't resemble that, just let them go. Why hang on to somebody who don't want to be there? Because a lot of times, if you really think about it, the people that you're complaining about, they've been wanting to leave. You keep wanting them to stay. And then you wonder why you're not getting out of them what you want.
Wow, that's powerful. We got a couple of comments. Mimi, thank you so much. Stay on. We're going to wrap up in a few minutes, but we got a couple of comments that we want to show. Let's see. Michelle, I don't know if did we read that? Michelle said, if I met a person not on a date that was such, I've met a person not on a date that was such a jerk and just conversation all about. Am I reading that right?
Yes. So he was narcissist. It was all about him. Everything was him.
Yep.
That's a turnoff, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Tony,
but there's a positive in that.
Okay.
Tony,
Michelle, yes. Good for you for noticing that early on.
True that. This is a brother I've known for over 20 years. Hi, Jeremy. You guys are awesome. I am happy that I came across your live stream. Very interesting topics, and your conversation and sense of humor are as I remember. I'm so glad I never sent a representative. It would be too hard to pick this shit up.
All right.
I had to slip one in. I did good tonight, I did good. Okay.
Okay, Jeremy.
All right. Let's see. Michelle Jenkins, I understand that. You better be interacting with the guest, Shanell. You are on it. Lala said, amen. And then Sam said, what? Yes, you better preach. Her words are so true. Too many people let others bring negative energy around them and into their personal space.
Yes, that's a no-no.
It is a no-no. So I really, really try not to do that. Yes, reset and renew. Let's hear. Look at this weekend love. Look at this weekend love.
Yes, we're gonna start it off right.
Okay. I'm feeling that for an event of some sort.
Yes.
Weekend love.
Ooh.
Well, you can't get a lifetime out of a weekend love.
You said you can or cannot?
Cannot. If that person committed for the weekend, do not ask them for a lifetime.
No, but I think you can take that thing. That's a theme you can build on that. I'm thinking of building onto that as an event of some sort. Weekend love.
Baby, I'm the therapist, you the creator. You do what you do.
Okay. Okay. Come on, therapist. And I need a little therapy.
I'm already getting ideas. I love it.
Let me find out. I've been connecting with so many people. He and I connected immediately. Yup, we Delta. Hey. She was talking about Weekend. Oh, the Weekend, the singer, the artist. She was talking about the Weekend, about Weekend.
I was talking about people that only want you for the weekend.
Oh no! Oh, that's right. That's when I sung "Oh Girl" song on the weekend. Yeah. No, we don't want that. I don't want that.
Shoot, the weekend. Some of them just want you for the day, for the night, and move right on.
But it's up
Right,
to
but the
you.
same
Let 'em be
people-
there.
That energy to the left.
Right. But if you keep entertaining that energy, you can't get the one that you're looking for.
That's true. That is true. Well, y'all might not believe it, but guess what? We have been conversing and cocktailing for an hour and 30 minutes. And after our first show, which lasted 2 hours and 20 something minutes, we decided we are, as much as we are so grateful for y'all's time and y'all's attention, we don't want to take up y'all's entire evening like that. And we are striving to keep our shows to about an hour and 30 minutes. So with that being said, Miss Mimi, gonna ask you to wrap up with some final thoughts. Shanell's gonna give her final thoughts, and then I'm gonna close out, plug in my book, and give it some final thoughts.
If I can give everyone a final thought, I would say start with creating the world that you want in your head first, because that is energy that is going to come out there. Tell yourself what you're worth and only accept that.
Ooh, I love it.
Mimi, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. I love you personally, you know that. And we'll definitely talk offline about hooking up some type of road trip.
I love you to the moon and back.
I love you back to the moon and back to the stars and all that good stuff. Bye.
Bye. Well, thank you, Mimi, for coming on and joining the conversation. From my final thoughts today is just one, it is that connecting the beginning to the end. The beginning is first impressions. They make an impact on people that you meet, but also you have to focus on you and realize that everybody is not for you. Everybody, it's a saying that like your spirit irritates some people's demons. That's why they can't really connect with you. And that is really is important to understand that you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Let me say it in a sweet way, Jeremy. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. So long as you know your self-worth and focus on your energy and the energy that you give out to the world, you'll make every day a great day.
Every day is a great day. I guess my final thoughts would be, to thine own self be true.
Mm-hmm.
It starts right there. And, at 45, not the 45 that's telling y'all to drink Lysol, at my 45, my version of 45. And I know some of y'all are out there saying, there's no way you're 45. Yes, I am. And I thank God for good genes, great parents, and tea.
Yes, a lot of tea.
A lot of tea. No, for real. Like to thine own self be true. It starts there. You just be true. Like let the God in you shine through in everything you do. And I think if you do that, then the impression that you leave is just going to be a lasting one. I love what Shanell said. You're not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. Fantasia said that in her last album, Sketchbook. I'm not for, and I just can't, and I'm just not for everybody. I'm not, and if I'm not for you, it's okay, but definitely be true to yourself, love others, and let impressions take care of themselves. If you focus on, I think that, then the impression that you leave is going to be a lasting one. It's going to be a meaningful one, and others are going to gravitate towards you. Those that are meant for you are going to gravitate towards you, and those that are not meant for you are going to be repelled against you. And that's a blessing, because you don't want that energy that shouldn't be in your field, in your sphere. You want to keep that energy out. Want to thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, once again for joining us. This has been another amazing episode this is actually episode 3. Can y'all imagine? Can you believe? Whoever thunk it? This was something in my head a while back, and We're here. We're here.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Cocktails and Conversations.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I want to see if I can. Dang it. Talk to them real quick while I go get that link, and I'm gonna put it in the
Okay. So if you have not connected with us, we have a Facebook group, Cocktails and Conversations. You can find that on Facebook. Also connect with us on YouTube at Cocktails and Conversations.
Instagram.
The Instagram, same thing, Cocktails and Conversations. I want you to connect with us on all your favorite social media platforms. You know, we all do it a little differently. I'm still a little old school. I'm trying to move over to Instagram more and, Twitter a little more. But, I'm old school, so it's Facebook. But, yes, you can find Cocktails and Conversation on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And you can see all the previous shows on YouTube.com.
Y'all give us a moment to get them up there, but they will be up there. I think this one might be up there tonight. I tried to broadcast to YouTube tonight. That's our YouTube link right there. How about that?
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to put a personal plug in. Guys, as Shanell said, she got a glimpse of my book that is soon to be released this summer. I'm so excited. I announced the title of it the other day on Wanda's show, so I feel like I can go ahead and say it now. Okay. I've been holding it in. It's been hurting me so much because I've been wanting y'all to know. Now I can tell you. My book is called, or the title of my book is, y'all ready? Drum roll. The title of my book is Intimacy from His View. And the subtitle is What Black Men Have to Say About Intimacy. Ooh. And we have a lot to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please support this endeavor. It is not just about me, just talking you to death. It really is about an opportunity to educate our community, the Black community, on all of the things that you may never, ever know that Black men like myself, think about intimacy. And there's so many things that we think that, like I said, that you just probably have no idea about. So I ask that you go ahead and pre-order the book if you're interested. If you are interested in pre-ordering the book, you can inbox me at my Facebook. Just inbox me on Facebook, or if you know my email, if you have my phone number, you can call me. I'll hook you up with that information. Shanell also has several books, I think, that she may want to tell you about. I don't know. You want to tell them about your books, Shanell?
You guys can just connect with me on chanellee.com, and you will be able to visit my website and see all the books available for your purchasing desires. One thing I want to do before we end, I want everybody to hit that heart button and just send out positive energy.
Yes.
Before we wrap it up tonight. Hit the heart button and send some love, send some positive energy our way, and we are sending it right back to you. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate you watching and joining the conversation with us every Thursday night.
Are y'all saying that? Because I can't see, but I hope you guys are doing that.
Yes, they are.
They are. Y'all sending the love? We need to feel that love, y'all. We need to feel that more. Thank you. I can't see. I'm just assuming y'all sending it. Thank you.
I see the hearts are flowing towards you, Jeremy. All the love.
I turned it off.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Lala. Thank you, Sam.
Somebody was trying to come on here, I think, just that quick. And I didn't get to see who it was for a second. But we're getting ready to wrap up. But guys, please join us again next week. We'll have another amazing topic. We love you. We mean it. I apologize, Shanell. I think I cut you off. You were thanking people. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was okay. They know we're sending thank yous and love to everybody, and just have an awesome night and weekend.
We out. Have you seen my soulmate? She might be looking right at me. I
don't know. Soulmate, serious. We should have had the weekend.
You trying to be a weekend lover?
Not at all.
See y'all.
Have a great night, everyone.
So me, yeah.